the Makhubelez. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a first time subscriber, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it and we are so honored that you are here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So today we have a couple of questions that we have, and we'll just be asking each other questions. These questions include how we met, how we started dating, our anniversary, and all that. So yeah, stay tuned. So the first question, um, the first question goes by, how did you two meet? So obviously we have our own different versions. We have our own definition of how we met. So I'm going to let him speak first, and then he's going to tell us how we met, the way that he narrates it. And I'm also going to say how we met, the way that I will narrate it.
Hi guys, how are you? Feel free guys. How we met? Yeah, it's easy how we met with her. The first time, she was my friend's sister. So first time she came, then I saw her. I just got her. After that, she went to her place. We never speak to each other, just quite greeting each other after that. So after that, I went to Durban. I worked there. I work maybe 3-4 months. Then I come back again. Yeah, we starting talk each other. We just as a friends. As a friends, we talk. So even though she was not my ex-girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, she was calling her aunt, but she was my sister's friend, guys. So after that, even me, I was not a boyfriend. We was talking about a boyfriend, and I was laughing at her. I told her, "Ah, now you don't know anything." You know, guys. You know the things. So I was laughing at her. "Ah, now, your boyfriend is wasting your time." But inside, I was feeling for her. But it was not easy for me to tell her, to approach her boss. She know my girlfriend. She's my sister's friend. So after that, she went to Zimbabwe, and she go. I don't know what happened in Zimbabwe. Maybe she will tell me what happened. So after that, I'm going to Limpopo. The time she come back, so I starting talking to her. So I approaching her, guys. After that, she go and tell my sister, "Wow, your brother is approaching me, say he loved me." So my sister asked me, "Go why?" Me, I say, I was playing with her. So guys. So after that, I met her, and I tell her, "Why when you tell my sister that I'm approaching?" Say, blah blah blah, guys. So I give her pressure. Why? Don't do that. She understand. So yeah, there is another day. She was from Maupani. Then she come back. It was a Monday. She come back. Then she told me that she's in town. I was working in town at around 11, 12, 1, somewhere there. So I told her, I want to go to your place. That's the first time we starting that night, guys. Ish. Yeah. It was not easy, guys, but
I wanted to ask something.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you were afraid of approaching me. What were you afraid of?
Because you know my girlfriend, and I know your boyfriend, and my sister's friend, guys. So the problem, they only made me to approach her was my ex-girlfriend. She dumped me, and the boyfriend also. So that time
he didn't dump me. he didn't dump me.
Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't
Baby,
lie.
he
Don't
didn't.
lie.
Okay, let me talk my own version
Okay.
of what happened.
Okay.
I was, I let me just say my life a little bit, a piece of it. Okay, I came to school, and the time when I was at school, I started dating this guy. He was in Zim, and it was a long distance thing, and we were dating online, to be honest. I met him, the ex that he's talking about. I met him like a certain time when I went to Zim. So we were dating, and it was an on and off thing that we were dating, right? So the time when he said he knew my boyfriend, I was talking to him about the guy. Like, when people say, do not lose an opportunity to meet your husband while you're with your boyfriend. It's very true, because sometimes you are with the wrong person and you meet the right person while you're with the wrong person. So I met him while I was dating my boyfriend. He was also dating a girl, and I was even talking to the girl. Like, I was his sister's friend, ne? So I was like when he came to me, I told my friend, like, but your brother is asking me out. He's like our little brother, most. That's what I was saying. I'm being honest. I was saying to myself, like, this guy is our little brother, so how can he be asking me out? That's why I took the story to my friend, and I was like, you know what? Your brother is asking me out, so this guy is just our little brother. And altogether, I was thinking, like, he's just our little brother. So at the end of the day, why does he want a relationship with me? Probably is going to play, because he already had a girlfriend. So he told me, like, no, things didn't work out. I think the girlfriend dumped him, but my boyfriend didn't dump me. You see, he didn't dump me. I want to make it correct there. He did not dump me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how we met. Yeah, whatever that you said, it's very true. That's how we met. I actually met him when I was dating someone. When I was in a relationship with someone, but that someone was not in a relationship with me. Yeah, that's how I met him. So I met him through, he's my friend's little brother. He was my friend's little brother, so that's how we met. And yeah, everything is just history.
But guys, I'm older than her. I don't know why she's saying cool. She's my sister, big sister, because she's young, so I don't know how. Okay, guys.
Okay.
That's how we met.
That's how we met. Yeah, everything is just true. If you have any comments there, just drop them in the comment section. Okay, fine. What's the biggest misconception people have about your relationship? I should start. Okay. One time, so I was going to my tutor lesson, and I went to the taxi. So he normally drops me off at the taxi rank there. Like, he just goes with me whenever I'm going there, and then he says the time when I get inside the taxi, he'll be there most of the time. So he goes with me when I go to my tutor lessons, especially during weekends. So that particular tutor lesson was on a Saturday, and it was my first time going to that place. So I didn't know, and here I am, I'm going with my guy to the taxi. And the time when I was dropping off, the taxi driver is like, how your Ben 10 left you. Your Ben 10. Hey!
You didn't tell me about that.
What was I supposed to say?
It's supposed to stay with me, but someone looks like you're a Ben 10.
So many people think he's younger than me, while he's older than me. It's just that I have a big body, but we are the same age. Just that he's older than me with a few months.
She's lying, guys. She's lying.
With a few months. With a few months. Yeah, with a few months. Yes, you're older than me with a few months, but yeah, he's older than me. I admit. Yeah, that's the biggest misconception that people have. Here, people think like he's my Benson. Some will be like, Wabecha, yo. I'm like, guys, like my student thought I'm like, I'm dating someone who's younger than me. So yeah, that's the biggest misconception that people have. From my side, I don't know yours.
No,
There's nothing.
there's nothing.
Okay. Maybe it's because you don't have friends, too much friends.
Yeah, I don't have friends.
Or
guys.
people that you call.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me, I meet a lot of people and people be like thinking a lot of things. Whatever that they think, they just put it to words. So yeah. What's the most romantic gesture you have ever made for each other? You can go.
You can go.
Baby,
You
it's
can
you.
go. No, it's you. I've come late. You can go.
He didn't do anything for me. Nothing romantic. Nothing.
She's lying, guys.
What did you do?
I take her out. I buy her flowers, everything.
Jesus.
Like serious, guys. I'm telling
Baby,
you
you
the
went to
truth.
church. When did you buy me flowers?
Baby, forgot.
I don't remember.
Thank,
me.
baby. Thank. Serious.
There's
I bought
nothing.
it.
When?
Last year. I'm talking last year.
When?
October. I'm telling you. Serious, I'm telling you.
I don't remember. All I remember is he takes me to my favorite restaurant. That's the most romantic gesture that he has done for me. That's what I love. I love chicken, Pedro's chicken. So he always makes sure that I go there whenever he has money. So yeah, that's the most romantic gesture. I don't know for me, what did I do for you? That is the most romantic.
Yeah, everything. She did everything, guys. She's so sweet. She's my soul. So she makes sure I'm always happy. She's romantic, but sometimes she's a crybaby. She's a crybaby.
Hey, that crybaby, leave it out. Okay, how do you handle disagreements and conflicts?
Guys, this one, she's a crybaby, as I said before. Always, if you have a misunderstanding, I don't know. Always she crying or she ignores. She say it's fine, You know, ladies, Because she says it's fine. It's nothing. I'm okay. But she's coming around. She's coming around. I try to,
No, I say it. You try to.
You know, as men go, you know how to plug our women, So I make sure
I don't know. I want to know.
I make sure I change the topic for the meantime. After that, then I come back. Then I know now she's fine. Then we talk nicely while she's not angry. But always she's crying for nothing, guys. Just cry, and I feel pain. Like seems like I'm a bad person, but she's a crybaby. She's a young. That's it, guys.
All right. What is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other? You can go, baby. The biggest lesson, I think, minding my own business. Because I used to love minding my own and minding other people's businesses from before. Like, I used to be a person who I was a people pleaser. I think I can say that. I was someone who really loved pleasing other people, and at the end of the day, there was something that was taking my energy. So I started minding my own business, especially after I met him. Like, just do you, just be me, and the rest will follow. That's something that was really difficult for me. But yeah, and also the other thing that I learned was the issue of learning to do something that makes you happy as a person. Like I said, I was someone who loved pleasing other people, so it was really difficult for me to look at myself and think about what makes me happy. But after I met him, I think I started doing those things. So I can say I learned to put myself first. After I met him, I learned to mind my own business. After I met him, I learned to just do me, like, yeah, that's what I think I learned when I met him, after I met him. And also before I forget, we used to, like the time when he was staying with his sister, we used to talk. We used to talk, like we would talk even right now. I feel like when one thing about being with someone that you can relate to, we can talk like every day. We have something to talk about. Like right now, we can watch Chinese movies together and be talking, understanding each other like that way. Like the connection is just somehow, when you talk to someone whom when you meet that person, you can talk from now up until you sleep, up until you wake up until you go to church. Like doing things with him, it's not even boring and it's not even forced. Like forced conversations are very boring, but with him, like we can talk, we can do a lot of things together. So I also learned that in this journey, I know some will be like, hey, it's too early to say it, but I'm gonna say it. But yeah, I've learned to be with someone who's going to be there, like have those conversations that are easy. Someone will be like, let's do this video, and you'll be like, we always do these videos, we always do this and that. But with him, my sweet poo. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I learned so far. What do you want to say?
Let's continue.
You don't want to add anything?
Yeah.
You see, I told you. Okay, perfect. What's your favorite date night idea? What do you love, babe?
I love to go out, guys, with my wife. I like to travel with my wife. And far more than people they know us, because you can enjoy ourselves like that. And I love to be with her always. If you will go out, if you go to church, everywhere. That I love the most, because she's my nana. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay. How do you prioritize quality time together?
This one, she's always busy, but I make sure we have time together. If you have time, we go out, we spend, come back home. Yeah, like that. Always she's busy, but we make sure try to make things work while she's busy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's very true. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done together?
You can take.
I think, I don't know. I don't really have. What's the most spontaneous thing that we've done together? I don't know if cooking together is part of it. Yeah, because we normally we just do, like, sometimes when I'm busy, we'll be like, "Hey babe, I'm gonna do this and you do this." Like today in the morning, before we left for church, we were like, I'm gonna do this, and he was like, oh, okay, do that. I'll do the bed. I'll do this and that. So it's something that is just spontaneous. We don't have to plan it. We don't have to organize and all those things. It was something that we just did out of like, oh, you handle this, I'll handle this, and yeah, it was done. So I think that's one of the other things that is spontaneous that we normally do. Like, we just wake up in the morning, and maybe we plan. Like, some other times we'll be like, hey babe, let's just go and grab pizza, let's just go and do this and that, without even planning about it, or just have, let's go and just hang out and have ice cream or something like that. So yeah. Do you have anything to say, babe?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah. How do you support each other's goals and aspirations?
Yeah, I support her always. I'm the one that doesn't support her, but sometimes she will be lazy this one. But I trying to support her. I do everything to support her. Everything, guys, everything. With my power to support her. Yeah. Well, she's the only one. So I have to support her, to encourage her. Then things starting to move back. Because it's not easy, guys.
What's not easy? To stay with me or what?
No, not to stay with you. It's not really easy nowadays. You understand what I'm trying to say, guys? But to support your partner is the best. Because no one can support your partner or your wife, your husband. Be always support your partner. It makes things easy for him or her to make it. Because without your support,
Yeah.
it seems like it's useless, guys. So let's support each other. Let's do the best.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
What's the secret to your happy and healthy relationship? Is our relationship healthy?
Of course, our relationship is healthy. Because if she's not around, I feel like my thing is not okay. There is something missing, you know? Something missing. So I always talking with her, calling her everywhere. If she's free, I'll call. I'll do everything. I can talk with her.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's
And I think the other thing that makes a relationship a healthy space or a happy place, it's the issue of being open. Like, personally, I don't like people that lie. And I told him, like, you know what, if we are going to be in this thing together, let us be there in it together, and we are honest with each other from the word go. Because if you're not honest with me, it's going to be difficult for me to trust you. It's going to be difficult for me to understand you as a person, and it's going to be difficult for me to relate with you as a person. Because imagine you are relating with someone who lies to you. Now the next thing, someone comes and be like, hey, this guy is owing us 50,000. This thing is happening like that. Like, how would you trust someone? So I think the healthy, happy place is us trusting each other, us communicating, be able to communicate, like, hey, I didn't like what you did, hi. And another thing, oh, I forgot. Like, should I say it?
Say it.
Okay, like, this is something that was just happening. Ladies, you know how it's like when you have your man just coming from work. The guy will just drop his shoes there on the door, get in. Where he left his jeans is where you will just find them. So I was like, hey, no, I want things to be done this way. And we communicated. Although someone is not perfect, even when, like, I prefer order. And it's just like he prefers to just put it in the wardrobe. Whether it's facing east or it's facing south, yeah, that's him. But I was like, babe, I want things to be done this way. And we won't be having like a perfect thing, but at least he tries. I feel like that's another attribute that makes it work, because he tries, he does. uh, why is smiling? Okay, he does put in the effort, so it really makes it easier for us to really be happy. And we try to have something that is common between us. Like, firstly, before we started being together, he didn't watch Korean movies. He watched Korean, yes, because his sister loved Korean movies, but he didn't watch Chinese. So I was like, hey babe, we have these Chinese movies on YouTube. Now he's the one who watches more than me. He's even telling me like, oh, this and that, this guy did this and that guy did that. So at the end of the day, what we love the most keeps us together. He loves church, and I make sure that I support him when it comes to church. If he says, babe, we are going to contribute this and that at church, I'm like, okay honey, babe, I'm going to be at practice at this time. Yes baby. If he's going to church for church activities, you support. Like, if someone loves football, like if your man loves Liverpool, you go out there and you buy the t-shirts because you want to support what he loves. So I feel like those are some of the attributes that contributes to our relationship being like this. So yeah.
Yeah, and another thing, guys, let me tell you something. There is a day I was sick, guys. That time I was staying town. My sister also staying town. But it's funny. Was it? I wanted to come this side to location to my girlfriend, but my sister, she's more near than her. But at the end, I went to hospital. She was there for me, guys. I don't want to lie. She was there for me. She do everything. She do everything for me. She was there for me. I stayed in hospital maybe a week in hospital.
It was a week, yeah.
In hospital, guys. So I was told myself that this is my last me. This is my last me. I'm going to die. But with the grace of God, here we are.
Yes.
Always God has a plan for us, guys. Don't lose hope.
Amen.
Don't lose hope. Because I was told myself, I don't think I will make it. Because 3 days without knowing where I am, what I'm doing, starting like I'm mad. Like I'm crazy, guys. I just heard people say he was act like a madman. So, but she was there for me. She support my parents, support me, everything. So I just want to thank her, guys. She was there for me.
Please thank me with the, what do you call it, with the phone
So
ranger.
I want to buy a love car. She a dream car. A dream car, guys. One day.
Amen.
One day, guys. So, guys, support each other anyway in relationship, in marriage. Support each other. Be open. Yeah, we are men sometimes. It's hard for us to don't cheat, but guys, let's try to be honest. Yeah.
It's hard for what? It's hard.
I'm saying the truth. I'm telling you the truth, guys.
It's hard for what?
So, guys, don't mind her. So, guys, the only thing that relationship must work, be faithful, communication, always love to talk with your partner.
Yeah.
Give him or her time.
Yes.
That's the only thing, guys.
Yeah. You know.
Without money, with money, but money can't buy happiness.
Yeah.
You have to know that.
Yeah, that's very true.
You can have money, but you don't have happiness. So, guys, let's try to make things work.
Yeah, you know, I was reminded we had a couples meeting at church, like a couples event dinner on the 14th of Valentine. And I'm one person who pays attention to detail. And the pastor was talking about a verse in the Bible that talks about Eve being alone in the Garden of Eden. So when she was alone in the Garden of Eden, that's when the snake got an opportunity to be able to come through. And when it got an opportunity to come through, that's when it deceived her. Because Adam had given her an instruction, but the snake came in and also said, do you really think this is true? You know? And the pastor was saying that when you are with your partner or when you are married to your husband, if you allow other people or other voices to come nearby and start speaking to you, that's when that confusion starts coming in. That's when that those voices start making sense in your life. And that's when you realize that your marriage, if you look at sometimes if you look at the things that make marriages fail, it's the issue of who did we let inside, you know, who is closer to us. He talked about proximity, and he was saying, like, if you allow people to come through in your radius, it's going to be an issue. You have to be strong together and be a partner with your men. Like, he gave an example of people that love jogging. I remember he said, if I love jogging and then I go out and then I start jogging and then I leave my wife at home and then I come out, I meet another woman who's jogging, who's also left her husband outside at home, who will start talking about jogging. But at the end of the day, what are we going to talk about next? So you start saying, my husband, he's always coming home late. I don't like this man, this and that. Now you start saying things and that. So at the end of the day, it's something that is going to allow the devil to start speaking. So I think those are some of the things that makes things this to be a happy place and a healthy space. So yeah, from what we've said, what have you learned? And if there are any questions, just let us know in the comments. And if you benefited from this, would love to hear your own story on how things are working out for you guys. And stay positive. You see the things that men do for us. So
Stay tuned,
yeah,
guys.
stay tuned. We love you so much.
We love you.
Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget.
Support us, guys.
Support us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, and bye bye.